Hey, back again, Opinionated Faxx. Got to keep it kind of simple today. Got myself Hollywood and my boy up there, Mr. Who's a B. What's up, bro? I know it was late over there.
What's up with you? I'm up though.
I feel it, man. But hey, NFL draft, baby. NFL draft. Shit done came and gone. There's a lot of crazy picks that went on. If you look at our top 10, you know what? Let's just roll the tape right now for number one.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
And so the inevitable has finally become reality. Family, friends, dog, they're all happy for
Let's put it like this. So we got Trevor Lawrence going number one overall. He's heading to Jacksonville. Now, is this where his career goes to die, or will he actually change Jacksonville? Will he actually help them out?
Hopefully his career dies because I'm a Colts fan. That means I got to see this man twice a year. But I'm curious for what Jacksonville did. They had about 4 picks, all in a matter of 2 days or something like that, or like in the first round or some shit. Hey, they're young. We don't know what to expect because of Urban Meyer. And Trevor Lawrence is a proven winner. So let's see. What the boy lost, a total of like 3 games in his 3-year career?
Yeah. In the college playoffs is when he's losing those games. But other than that, the dude was balling. So, I mean, I think they did take a reach with trying to get Travis Etienne at the end of the first round. Like, that was a reach. Like, Travis Etienne, I mean, somebody said it earlier, too. Like, you don't draft running backs in the first round. I mean, let's be real. Like, even Najee Harris, he shouldn't have went first round. He should have went second. But, you know, that was a reach for them.
Try to get him some familiarity. That's all that was.
I mean, you need to get familiarity with his quarterback. I mean, you got all these other good running backs in the league. You know, they could have signed a veteran. They already had what's his name? James Robinson is the starting running back down there. So they already got a baller. Exactly. They got a baller, a bona fide baller. But, you know, Travis Etienne could be, I don't know, maybe the backup. I don't see him as a starter right now. I think James Robinson, he got too much stock in him, let him go and just ride the bench.
But the thing with Etienne, you can bring him in either off it's a running back. You know what I mean? There's give him the right scheme. You can pick a running back from the 5th round to do whatever. But Etienne is more than just a running back. That the fact that catch the ball, you run the ball. The boy actually is a proficient blocker too. So let's see. We're curious. I mean, the only reason why he went in the first round was that number 1 pick. 100% was. Hey, let's put the dude right next to him.
Probably so, man. But let's look at the rest of the top 10, though. Let's round it out. So, at second, they had Zach Wilson going to the Jets. Third, they had Trey Lance going to the 49ers. And fourth, my Falcons rise up, baby. We took Kyle Pitts. Let's go. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I love that pick.
That's athlete available.
Hey, look, man. The offense was already – it can make a case to be in the top 15, top 10 in the league. It can make a case for it. So even now, we can guarantee we can be back in the top 10 as far as the offense is concerned. But at number 5, what do we have for number 5?
Cincinnati Bengals brought home Jamar Chase to help out Joe Burrow. He got that familiarity once again.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, they didn't get no linemen in the first round like they should have.
But do you kind of agree that, Jamar Chase should have been the first wide receiver off the board?
I think so. If it's the fact of with the 5th pick, Cincinnati had it. So why not go get Jamar Chase? I mean, AJ Green, he ain't old.
Yeah.
He is on his last year of his contract. And he's injury prone. They can't keep that boy healthy.
The Cardinals too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Didn't he leave?
He's with the Cardinals. Yeah.
Hey, Joe Burrow. I mean, I like it. Cincinnati got a young team. Might as well. Super young. Give him somebody he can make a blink to and mess around, and it might be a go route. touchdown. We saw what them boys did to Trevor Lawrence in the national championship.
Exactly. But for me, I would have went toward the offensive lineman. You know what I mean? I would have went for Penei Sewell, who went later on in the top 10. But that would have been on winter because, look, your quarterback just got injured, right? He just got
100%.
injured. But the person you say,
100%.
let's get a faster receiver. Maybe he can hit him faster. Like, what? Man.
I think they just literally they went with they probably the first time in history you went and asked your sophomore quarterback. You want us to take a wide receiver too? Hey. And plus you gotta think about it. They head coach, he ain't been winning games in Cincinnati. You gotta think about it.
Has he been doing it in Cincinnati? You know what I mean?
Joe Burrow might be his savior until he got hurt. Come on now.
He could be a savior, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if you can't protect the man, then what sense does it make?
Hey, Cincinnati's had that problem every year because they didn't even know how to protect what's old buddy's name back in the day, Carson Palmer.
I'm about to say, you gonna say Andy Dalton?
No, not at all. No, sir.
Well, look, Andy Dalton was the dumbest quarterback I've ever seen. But we'll see what happens with him. You know,
I ain't gonna call him the dumbest. I ain't gonna call
he
him
was
the
something
dumbest.
else, man. All right, moving on. So at number 6, Jalen Waddle was taken by the Miami Dolphins. Now, this one I highly disagree with. I think they should have went Devontae Smith, but they thought Jalen Waddle was a better fit with Tua.
It's because what you got to think about it. What Tua threw it to Smith too, didn't he? Back in the day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Miami stretching it. That's all it is. I'm surprised Miami didn't go after a safety or a corner. Honestly,
In the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick Surtain was available, I guess, if you want to try to choose somebody. But if we go toward corners, but at number 7, Penei Sewell went to the Detroit Lions, so he did go there, and he was followed by J.C. Horn, who ended up being the first cornerback taken out of this draft class at Carolina. And then following him, it was Mr. Patrick Surtain going to the Denver Broncos to round out the top 10. But the biggest surprise comes at number 11. Number 11. Oh, excuse me, my bad. I skipped Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith was number 10 out of Philadelphia. But the biggest one I want to talk about is Mr. Justin Fields going at 11 to Chicago Bears. The fact that he dropped that far is crazy.
It was, but you got to think about it. Out of the teams that needed quarterbacks, Justin Fields probably should have went number 3.
Exactly.
I'm surprised. He fell, but he fell and nobody understands why he fell. Once again, that's the crazy part. And the fact that you fell behind the quarterback that we've only seen 1 year worth of tape on.
Look, man, and no disrespect to Zach Wilson, but the competition he faced versus the competition that Justin Fields faced isn't the same. So I don't understand the Jets form of thinking right there to take Zach Wilson, or the 49ers form of thinking to take Trey Lance. I mean, North Dakota State, like, let's be real, the last North Dakota State we saw is the one you got behind you right now.
Seen that coming, but I mean, hey, you with them dudes, you don't know. I mean, the fact that my guy has a ring, his first 2 seasons with my head coach as his offensive coordinator, he looked like he was something to be threatened with. So we'll see about it, honestly.
He looked
he went in his junior year was the slump type of thing. Hey, after you got rid of his offensive coordinator.
We'll see what happens, man. But I need to see something from Trey Lance. And let's be real, he might not even be the starter week 1 in San Francisco. It still might be Jimmy G.
And be real, I'm fine with him not being the starter week 1. Why not? You got Jimmy G. You pay Jimmy G $100 million? Hey, screw it.
Hey, look at
Jimmy
G.
They don't start until week 5.
Jimmy G is a career backup that looked like a starter when Tom Brady was gone. He may have went to a Super Bowl, but come on now, look at that team. I don't trust
offense.
I don't trust it.
It's Kyle Shanahan offense, baby.
Hey, look, I don't trust it. But you know what? Let's move on, man. Let's hit up your team real quick. So y'all first round pick, I think was very impressive. It was Mr. Kwity Paye.
I'm happy we went all defense, fighting the trenches, like Chris Ballard has always said. Now, Kwity Paye is getting to work with Robert Mathis
True that.
first week. So Robert Mathis is 100% happy because he's back on our staff.
Yeah.
So I'll take it because of the fact that we didn't re-sign Justin Houston, which was crazy. We did not re-sign him. So I like it. We stay young, might as well build back in these trenches like we always do. And that's where we hurt so bad at. We lost so much on the defense and the offensive line. So that's where I was kind of frustrated. So I thought we was gonna take a left tackle to protect our $33 million man that's getting paid by Philadelphia Eagles this year.
Hey, there you go. Billy got finesse, but it's all right.
I mean, we took a lineman in the 7th round, so I ain't even tripping. But Kwity Paye, hey, welcome to NAP. For one, I like the kid's backstory. I mean, he does fit the system in our program. So, hey, I'm ready. Let's get him to work.
Get him to work, man. I think he might be a good part in y'all defense. I mean, I know Darius Leonard's a little happy about it. So y'all got a squad down there, and I can respect it. Let's see how that defense turns out, and if he can actually, prove that he can be a riser on that defensive line. Like even when he was at Michigan, sometimes he was a little questioned, with his motor and everything, but I think he can.
It was never his motor though that was questioned. I've been watching this tape or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was the problem is he has one move.
Look, man, the fact that he didn't develop it. Now I gotta say his motor too, because sometimes it felt like he just disappeared on some plays. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say it was Michigan, but he did disappear sometimes.
I would blame it 100% on playing for Michigan. Have you seen Michigan lately? They are doo.
Hey, you're right.
Hot doo. So I mean, I would have took a couple plays off too. Who give a fuck? We losing anyway.
All I know is the Falcons got to steal of the draft. You know what I mean? Kyle Pitts, boy. Look here. If there's anything I'm excited about having Kyle Pitts on that offense, man. Julio Jones, they better not trade him, because if they trade him, they're going to piss me the fuck off, and I'm going to go off on him. But Julio Jones.
You're going to be mad just to see Julio leave. Man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy when Julio's wearing that royal blue and white.
Hey, look here. If Julio get traded anywhere, I want y'all to let y'all know. Don't call me. Don't text me. I'm going MIA for at least a month. Fuck y'all.
I'm gonna text you with that one cent, bro. You okay?
Man, y'all might have to call everybody on me. Like, man, I ain't heard from him in a hot minute. Yeah, because they traded my dog Julio, man. But if they keep him, because they seem to be behind Matt Ryan. So if they keep him, Julio and Calvin Ridley, it's going to be a scary offense. Now,
Matt Ryan too much money to trade him, though.
That was their own fault. They tried to readjust his contract and everything, you know what I mean? But I would just wait and traded him, you know what I mean? And we probably could have took Justin Fields at 4. And I would be happy with it.
You can't, that Kyle Pitts is that, listen, that's a generational talent that y'all just drafted.
True.
Y'all might have just drafted the next Shannon Sharp in Atlanta.
But this is what I think, though. We might have just drafted the next Shannon Sharp, but Chicago, I think, just drafted the next Russell Wilson. I hate to give it to the man, but I'm going to give it to Justin Fields. He might be the next Russell Wilson.
This is also the Chicago Bears.
It is. But Russell Wilson did also go to just the Seattle fucking Seahawks.
Yeah, but the difference is Chicago's GM and head coach might not be there next
year. It's good. It's time to get revamped because, Russell Wilson went there when it was Pete Carroll, first or second year?
First season.
You see? Exactly.
So
Justin Fields going to need the same thing. He has a number 1 receiver over there with Allen Robinson. They have a good running back in the backfield and David Montgomery. The defense itself, you still got Khalil Mack on the other side. Like, look, I think they played pretty decent last year, but the quarterback situation was so shitty, they couldn't do anything.
Hey, man, that man is a career backup now in Buffalo Bills, so he'll be back in the playoffs somehow.
Don't matter. I just think that the Chicago Bears got a gem. I think Justin Fields could be the next Russell Wilson. and he's the only Ohio State quarterback I would give that credit to. The only one.
It's an Urban Meyer quarterback. That's the scary part.
Hey, look, he came from Georgia, went to Ohio State, and he still played good at both levels when he's there. So I'm gonna give him some credit. Speaking of Urban Meyer, how you think he's gonna fare out with his draft class as he has now?
I give him one season before he say his ticket bad.
My
I give
heart.
him one season. You're gonna have to. I gotta go here. I'm out.
I gotta go.
I'm
Somebody go get Tebow. Tell him I need him.
It worked out Tebow at tight end, bro.
We'll see if that work out, man. Tebow trying to do everything. He need to just call it a day. Go pray somewhere. Damn, that sounds so bad. My bad. That sounds so bad. I take it back. I'll take it back immediately.
I think there's still once he had who was that? Denver Broncos drafted Patrick Surtain, but in that 5th round, they went and got the best safety in the damn draft. Jamar Johnson from the University of Indiana.
Of course you would. You would. What's wrong with you? You know he wasn't the best safety.
He was number 2 on the list. I don't understand how he fell so far. The boy's a ball hog.
Hey,
Mark my words,
Atlanta got one of the best safeties in the draft with Richie Grant. That was one of the best safeties in the draft.
Oh man, we'll see. I looked at to see how all the IU kids fared. Everybody got signed.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a lot of them was undrafted, so we'll see. Hey, Wap Fillier got signed. What's up?
Hey, he got signed. He was undrafted free agent. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Our Auburn players got drafted. You know what I mean? Minus a few. But
I ain't tripping. This is sad. We had a real stat pop up. This is 5 years in a row that IU has had a player drafted. That's
that.
Georgia had 5 players drafted in the 1st round alone. Damn.
Oh, Alabama had the most. They almost broke the record.
There's that they get all them draft picks and only a third of them be good though. So who cares?
You're right about that. I still remember when Courtney Upshaw was a highly touted player coming to the NFL draft. I don't think he's even in the league anymore.
I think he's still in. No, he's still with Patriots.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought he left and came to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's what we forgot to bring up, man. Mac Jones is supposedly Tom Brady's replacement.
Are you sold on him? With
the 15th pick, I think that was a good pickup for Mac Jones. He's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's getting paid a lot of money for the next 4 years at least.
And this is what I will say. I think Bill knows what he's doing some of the time.
Some of the time.
I'm going to say some of the time because last year was like kind of crazy. So I'm going to say some of the time.
Last year, their defense is still ranked in the top 10.
Defense. Okay.
Bill is a defensive mastermind. Look, Cam Newton didn't even have a damn offseason. You still had a top 10 defense and running the wishbone.
Pretty much the wishbone. But this is what I will say. Bill did piss me off a lot last year because how he would shuffle the quarterbacks. Like, I'm not saying, yes, Jarrett Stidham went to Auburn, and yes, I want to be rooting for him and everything, but I got to root for him on this one because Bill put him in like at the halftime almost, and he had no sharing time with Cam Newton after Cam was fucking up, and you put him in to try to make him come back and do something to see if he can win some games for you. That's kind of crazy. You don't do that to a quarterback. Like, they already had the mental of trying to get established in the offense. But you sit here and you say, oh, come on in the game, see if you can get some touchdowns or whatever. Like, what?
Did you see Cam's tape last year? You would have took Cam Newton out too, bro.
Yes, I would have took Cam Newton out, but I would not have started Cam Newton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you start him in the beginning of the year. Of course, I would do that, most definitely. But if he was having trouble, if he was like falling out and everything like that, start the other quarterback in the next game. Don't wait until after halftime to put him in the game and see if he can bring you back. That's crazy.
It says a lot. That means Cam Newton was your best option, man. That's all I'm going to tell you.
How can you say he was your best option when you don't give the other option a chance to start?
Come on, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Then the fact that they re-signed Cam Newton, he was obviously your best option.
And well, we'll see how long it takes before Mac Jones starts and before Cam starts kind of complaining.
I don't think Cam's gonna complain. I think Cam is just happy to be re-signed for a whole nother year, right?
True that. True that. Hey, but we'll see what happens with Cam. We'll see what happens with Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones will be probably the starter after week 5. That is my prediction.
Jesus. That's I hope not, but I hope so at the same time. I hope not because I'm a Cam fan. I like to see Cam, with an off season in New England's offense. Even though, hey,
Cam,
fuck
Cam
New
has
England at the same time.
he has to bring a different mindset, bro. He can't bring that same mindset that he had last year. I'm not saying he fucked up royally or whatever, but he can't be like, okay, I'm just gonna run and take charge like this. Like you gotta tell me there was a different mindset in that offense. You know what I
I
mean?
blame Josh McDaniels, dog. That's who I blame. I don't even blame Bill. I blame Josh McDaniels. Fuck him anyway in the first place. So,
You got
but
Bill Belichick is a great football mind. Josh McDaniels is a great offensive mind. We cannot take that away from them.
and fuck Josh McDaniels.
Fuck him. Either way.
I don't hope he don't even get the job when Bill retire. I hope they give it to a special teams head coach or some shit.
They're gonna give it to Adam Vinatieri. He's gonna come out and he's gonna want to coach.
I hope Adam Gase gets the job or something.
That's fucked up.
Did you see what he did to my team? Fuck him. You don't act like you getting on the flight and then say, "Oh no, never mind. I got it."
Fuck this shit. I'm out. Hey, look, that's how it was, man. That was the first round. It was pretty interactive, and we're gonna see how well these players are able to turn out. So another thing to look for in the future right now, probably about next week, I want to cover each team and go over their draft picks and how they think they improve heading into the 2021 season. So that's something we're gonna be on the lookout for. And everyone to be pretty on their P's and Q's, ready to find that. And we're gonna cover your Colts first, man. How about that? We'll see exactly how y'all boys fared and see exactly what you guys can be doing.
No, we don't need to put us in the business first. All right, I like when
Y'all
we're
in
back
the
though.
business first, bruh. It don't happen.
I like when we're behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes.
You can't be behind the scenes. Quiddy Bay said his mama gonna retire. She ain't working no more. So y'all in the front.
Millions. It's easy to give his mama a $200,000 house. That's too easy.
Cash.
Listen, man, they had to run away from where they came from. Man. Listen,
respect.
Them Nat Town streets ain't it though.
Man, I had to be on the lookout. I was going to Indiana. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay my ass in the hotel. I ain't going nowhere else. That's it.
Man.
I saw Indianapolis from the window. That was it.
Oh no, man! You should have went on out there. You know what I mean? You could have got you some good, some good beer, and it's plenty of beautiful white women running around Indianapolis. And hey, could have got you probably some fresh corn and some soybeans. You know what I mean? Hey, and a chai latte. You know what I mean?
A chai latte.
Starbucks would have been your spot.
I can't with you right now, bro. But hey, that's how we gonna end it, fans. So y'all be on the lookout for these NFL draft editions that we're gonna have coming out soon. And we'll see y'all later. We out.